Hello everyone. This is going to be your test review for Test 3, SOC 235. Excuse me. Adjust the camera here. Sorry about that. And I want to go over just briefly what's going on in the test, when to take the test, what the test will cover, what you don't need to worry about. Okay. Right now the test is on 11, 13, and 14. Note that, please note that we're not covering Chapter 12, which is drugs. There's a typographical error on your syllabus. My apologies. But this is considerably less information than I'd originally intended to cover. I had to reboot some of my classes, and this one was included. Even though we meet online, there were some problems with the timing in the winter and so forth. Anyway, your first chapter we need to look at is disability and ableism. That's chapter 11. Understand the difference between the individual medical model of disability and the social model of disability. Be able to identify characteristics thereof. Explain what constitutes a minority group and how people who are disabled would qualify as a minority group. Demonstrate how those with disabilities are vulnerable to abuse, both individual and social structural abuse. And describe the disability rights movement and the effects of the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990, a very important piece of legislation. Now, as you go through this chapter, you want to keep in mind key terms. It's sort of a brief chapter, and the key terms and the chapter review at the end of the text chapter on page 284. Okay. Oh, additionally, and this is a little out of sequence, this is an open book test. You will have 2 hours to take it, and you may use your text. Okay, so that's something please to keep in mind. Okay, chapter 12, crime and justice. You want to explain the complicated nature of the definition of crime and how crime rates vary by age, sex, social class, and race and ethnicity in America. Explain how the United States system of justice is based against certain groups, or is biased against certain groups in society. And discuss potential solutions to reduce crime in the United States. In addition to this, you want to be able to define the uniform crime report, what's included in that, what's not included in that, and some of the theoretical approaches to looking at crime. White collar crime, organized crime versus sort of crimes against a person and crimes against property. Okay. Racial profiling and some of the characteristics of the judicial process. To focus on this chapter, please see the summary and key terms on 308 through 310. All right, chapter 14 begins on page 339, the economy and work. Know the characteristics there and explain the major differences and critiques of capitalism and socialism. Describe the transformation of the United States economy from industrialized to an information service economy. And understand how the structure of work is a major source of social problems. Again, identify capitalism, socialism, globalization, structural transformation of the economy, outsourcing, contingent work, all of these, and a little bit about the causes and consequences of the recent economic crisis. And then you want to look through again through all of it. That's just a bit of the chapter. Also, please know something about how unemployment is measured. Again, key concepts are found on page 367 and 368, the chapter review and key terms. Now, what is going to be the format of your exam? Your exam is going to be 50 questions, multiple choice and true and false. It is not comprehensive. There is no comprehensive exam. Your third and final exam will cover this material only, what I've just referenced. It builds on other concepts that we've learned throughout the course. In order to do this, though, in order to go and use this open book format effectively, please have read the chapters prior to the test, rather than trying to read them as the test is going down. What you're going to be tasked with doing is giving yourself a block of time, 2 hours, uninterrupted, to take the test. You cannot, despite the fact that Blackboard may tell you to do so, go back and save the test and then come back to it. It will erase it. Please don't email me and tell me that you've done that. That said, there are a few technical issues I'd like to cover as well. First of all, please open the text in Mozilla Firefox, not in Microsoft Explorer. Microsoft Explorer does not work well with Blackboard. If you have any questions about that, installing it, do not contact me. Please contact the IT department at 622-3000. That's 859-622-3000. They will be able to help you. Okay. That said, if there's some other reason why the test blinks off in the middle of your taking it, please contact me and I will reset it. Okay. Under the following provisions: A, that you've given yourself a sufficient time before the test goes offline to take the test, and that B, that you notify me. Please don't email me on the 10th, the 11th, or the 12th and say, I've had a family emergency or something, I couldn't take the test. I can't help you. I'm constrained by EKU to submit grades by this time, okay? So, I cannot help you there. If you're late or you miss it, don't make contacting me the last thing that you do if there's some sort of an emergency. Make it the first thing you do after you deal with the emergency. Whether it's a family, a child, or some other family issue or an accident or something. Contact me sooner rather than later, not 3 weeks after the semester is over, because I won't be able to help you. I cannot speak to the veracity of either Chrome or Safari for those of you who are Mac users, in terms of opening up Blackboard. If you've not had any problems, then by all means feel free to use those software programs. Okay, that said, the last thing I want to cover is when the test is available. This test review will be up, I'm going to put it up early, and it will be up through the 3rd. Your test goes online on May 3rd. I'm sorry, well, check the emails. I'm sorry, I don't want to give you misinformation here. Please check the email that I'm going to send you, the follow-up email to this video, and I will, you'll see the time. I'll send the time up and tell you exactly when it goes online. Okay, by all means, please email me if you have any questions. Thank you.